Another frequently asked question is, what is the difference between a fixed speed circulator and a variable speed circulator? So let's start talking about the wet end. I turn it here so you can have a look. I would say from the wet end point of view, I remove the shell. So from wet end point of view, the hydraulic side of the pump, I would say nothing changes. Here you can see a flanged connection. Here you can see a threaded connection, but both fixed speed and variable speed, they can have both of them. So it just depends on the size and on the performance that you are asking to the pump. What actually makes the real difference is the motor side and the electronic module or electric module that is combined with the pump. Okay? So in this case, we have a asynchronous motor that is a normal type of electric motor with copper winding, and here we have a speed selector. Speed number 1, speed number 2, speed number 3. That means that you can ask the same pump to cover 3 different curves of performance. In this case, we have an electronic module. So inside here there is an electronic card, and that allows the pump to operate between infinite point of different speed and different duties. So it gives you much more flexibility. Also, the motor is a synchronous motor, also called permanent magnetic motor, that is a better and more sophisticated technology compared to this motor that is an asynchronous motor. The only drawback of the synchronous motor is that it needs the VFD, the variable frequency driver, an inverter, to start, because the torque that is demanding to start is higher compared to a normal motor. So you cannot operate this more advanced motor, more sophisticated, with a normal switch. You need a VFD. That's why VFD and permanent magnetic motor always go together. They stick together because they need each other to have the maximum performance. So we can actually say that the level of performance, energy saving, and technology that we have here is much higher than what we had in the 3-speed circulators. Another big difference is the connectivity that you can have with your pump. Because in a 3-speed circulator that you can see here, you cannot actually have any type of interface. You don't have a display, you don't have connectors, you can't communicate. You can only switch the pump on and off with a remote signal. While with this pump, if you open the covering here, you can find different terminals for multi-inverter, for serial communication, for remote on-off, for temperature sensor, and also for connectivity, to have the data of your pump online, for example, and you can have remote monitoring. Another big advantage is the display, so you can actually visualize what the pump is doing and see the performance that is currently doing. So these are mainly the advantages of a variable speed pump compared to a 3-speed circulator. So coming back, we put the pump back again in their original position. I summarize here the main advantages, the main point of difference of a variable frequency driver circulator compared to a 3-speed. First of all, synchronous motor, permanent magnetic motor, variable speed control that is necessary to drive a permanent magnetic motor. This also gives us more flexibility on the curves and on the set point, and remote communication with the pump that here is not available.